Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's day or afternoon or evening? Hello, Renz. Hello, Valden Cool. Hello. Discombobulated Max. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're having a great Saturday. Depends where you are. I know it's kind of late. I know the European audience or Asian audience or Australian or African, all those more on like the east of the world are maybe sleeping, but yeah, I have a pretty packed weekend. Let me know if you can hear me all right and if you want the music higher or not. So just keep me updated with that. I can easily just put up the music and stuff. But I have a really packed weekend, and as we didn't have a stream last weekend because there wasn't games, guys. These players, they don't want to play their games. I mean, it's not that they don't want to. They are either they're planning, they're trying to keep move planning and prepping and stuff. And it's also kind of tough to schedule matches, right? Time zones, and people are busy and stuff. But we do have a few games to cast today. And today it's just going to be solo. It's just going to be solo casting. Just me and you guys. So it's just going to be us. And next time I'll try to get another co-caster. Last time we had Starflash. Hey, Starflash, how's it going? That was an awesome cast. I loved having Starflash here. Such insightful stuff to say. Nice. Happy birthday, Walden. It's also one of my brother's birthday today, and tomorrow is my dad's birthday. So I have double birthday weekend, and yeah, a lot of activities and get-togethers and stuff. So I really wanted to kind of squeeze in a stream this weekend because this was like the only time that I had available this weekend. This like Saturday, it's 7 p.m. over here. So I just wanted to kind of squeeze in a little cast here. If you're in a co-cast, I'm here. Let me think about it. I want to talk a little bit. I want to do a little bit of an intro, and let me think about it, and maybe we can do that. But yeah, I kind of wanted to squeeze this stream in here. I know for some people it's kind of too late, or it's not. They're probably sleeping or something, but we have to do with what we have. I didn't want to skip another week of casting because I only can really cast early on the weekends because I work full time, as I assume a lot of you guys do as well. So, have I ever played Advance Wars with my brother? Well, I have one. Well, yes. When I was smaller, I have a lot of brothers. We would play Advance Wars on the Game Boy and like passing the Game Boy to each other. Those matches that would last forever, even longer than a Monopoly game. It was hard to finish them, but today I only have one brother that actually plays Advance Wars by web. So yeah. I guess your brother has the same birthday as my cousin, and that's the same as me then. Nice. Thank you everyone between. Hola, Don Umita, saludos desde Chile. Saludos. Welcome all my Latin American compañeros. But yeah, we have 3 matches to cast. And one of them, maybe you guys remember from the set from last time, it was Poland against Dartnoob. I don't know if you want spoilers, but I mean, if you're here, I'm sorry, you're going to get spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers, you better, I don't know, maybe go watch the other stream and then come back or something. But yeah, we had the first 2 games of that set of Poland and Dartnoob, and we have now, spoiler alert, the 3rd match. So that's going to be huge. It's going to be the decisive match between those 2 to see who wins their set. And we have a match between Days of Plague and Raider El Caravan, and it's going to be on our favorite map, Pirate Caravan. Let's go. And we have another match. Let me see. It is between Arya Fireheart and Digis. Yeah. It's gonna be fun. I think these 3 matches are gonna be a lot of fun. They're on spicy maps, so a lot of action, a lot of fighting. It's gonna be really, really cool. I also wanted to thank beforehand. There was a tip that came in, a really big tip that came in or donation, better said, by a chest to the prize pool. He put a message. Let's see if I can pull it up. Where is it? So a chest. He donated $120. He said 100 to the tourney prize fund, the rest to you. Thank you for doing this. Well, thank you to you, HS. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Yeah, that's insane. Literally insane. Thank you so much for the support. The players are gonna love the prize pool. And now that I'm in topic, I wanted to also look. I want to show you guys what I've added. An idea by Starflash from last time. Look at this. Look at this. With this last addition, this last donation from a chest, the prize pool has officially crossed 1K. 1K and 7 cents. Let's go. Woo! Come on, let's go. This community is amazing. Absolutely amazing, the support. If you guys want to add to the prize pool, there is the link just beneath the stream. It should be there in the description. I think it's the first one. It's the Streamlabs link. You can go there. The reason why it's like an off number, it's like 7 cents, is because that page, the Streamlabs link, is from what I've researched, is probably like the best way to do this kind of donation thingies, because Streamlabs doesn't keep any money at all, like no percentage. And then that money then goes to, like, it gets linked to a PayPal account. So like all those donations are going to a PayPal account that I've set up. And PayPal does take a little, they take a little bit of fees, like a little, 20 cents or 30 cents for this transaction or the other, and like 2% or something. It's like, and with every transaction, it's a little bit different, but it's a very, very low fee. So yeah, I'm kind of just adding whatever shows up on PayPal and the $500 that I'm putting up front. Boom, that's it. So we are officially above 1K. That is insane. And I could also mention to you guys what's going to be the split of the prize pool. I have it somewhere. Give me a second. I put it somewhere. Okay. I should probably like have a little sign or something, but it's going to be for first place, and I hope I did the math right, but for first place, it's going to be 27%. For second place, it's going to be 15%. Third and fourth place are going to be 10% each. Fourth through 8, so the ones that lose in the quarterfinals, are going to get 5% each. And then those that lose in the qualifiers, so the 4 that don't make it to the main event, get 2% each. And then the remaining 10% is going to be donated directly to the Advanced Wars by Web site to kind of, help support the site and the servers and everything. But I decided to have a more like even, like not so much like a, winner takes 75 or takes all and second place takes 25, because I think it's cool to reward all the players that participate in a tournament, especially in a tournament like this that is really long and there's a lot of prep and everything. I think it's healthy and good to reward players, across the board. And of course, you can give more percentage to because the deeper they go, the more matches they have to play and everything, and it kind of creates more hype and everything. But I think it's still really cool to be able to reward the players for being there, for putting up, you have to think of all the time that they're putting into all, all the preparation. They're preparing openings. It takes time, and they're playing amazingly. They're putting up a show, and they're putting time to the side to for this. So that's I really wanted to reward that. So that does add up to 100. Nice, awesome. Thank you for checking, Gaurox. It's probably a fixed percentage. You mean the PayPal fee? Yeah, I think, yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, depending on the place, I think different country has a different percentage or payment type. And I don't know. It's honestly, I tried to read it all, but there's like way too many variables. I think there's like two variables. There's like a fixed part and a variable. But yeah, it's pretty low. It's pretty low. So it's just going to be a little bit of a fee that gets taken out from the donation by PayPal. But anything that shows up on the PayPal account is just going to be added to our prize pool. So, we've mentioned that. Hello, welcome, RB Gordon. And last thing that I also wanted to mention, I've created a little bit of how do you say, like a predictions thing. You know how in tournaments of like in football, or for you guys in the US, is soccer. At least I watch the World Cup a lot. There, you can make like predictions of who's gonna win and stuff like that. So I've made one prediction for now that is just gonna be of who makes it to the top 8. From the 12 players, what is your prediction of who's gonna make it to the main event? Simple. We're gonna start with that for now, because we've only covered 3 matches, no like defining results really. So you are open to submit your predictions there. You should see the link to that. It's a Google form that I put. It should be in the description. Below as well. It should be like first the tippy, or the donation one, and then the Google form. I just put like, you put your username or name or whatever you want as an identification name. And then your predictions of which 2 of each group is going to move on to the main event, and then we can see who was right, and how many of you were right. And then I was thinking of doing another one similar when we have the secret names, where you can predict predict who you think which name is actually which player. But we will get there when the time comes. For now, let's see. I think that was it. All the things that I wanted to cover. Yeah, I think so. How are you guys doing? How is everyone doing? Today, I almost didn't stream. I have to be honest. I almost didn't stream. There's been so much going on. But yeah, I feel like I had to. Anyways, honestly, Starflash, if you're still here, you know what? I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do one cast by myself. And if you're still here, Starflash, and you still want to, we can do one of the games together, if you're feeling like it. We have 3 games. Let's okay, you're here? I'm getting tempted. Okay, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. You know where to meet me, right? Hey, how's it going? Give me a second. So, all good, all good. Let me set this up. Pro streaming here. Let's do this here, and then I think that should be working. Let's see. You can talk now. Oh, no, it's not working. Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, let's try now.
Hello, hello.
Yeah. Okay, chat,
perfect.
say hello to Starflash if you can hear him.
Hello, chat. Does everybody hear me? Yo. All right, I think it works. Yeah, it definitely works. Everybody's saying hello now.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, so let's I think I can try sharing you the screen. Hopefully my computer doesn't crash from too much, but
All right.
let's see because the
Yeah, I mean, otherwise you can just like play the games like last time, right?
so I'm gonna be casting them on the replay viewer app because
Okay. All right.
because I was informed that when you look at the replay on the site, it kind of spoils you who's gonna win.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which kind of sucks. Like it's gonna have the name in italics of the loser, and that's not very cool.
Oh,
So
I didn't even notice that last time.
let me show you my screen. Hopefully it doesn't die.
Okay.
I'm gonna do like low resolution, low frame rate, everything. And okay.
Okay.
Let me know if that works for you. I'm sorry, everyone in chat. This is a noob. This is a very noob streaming because I'm a noob at streaming. So I appreciate your patience. But we have a pro at Advanced Wars with us right here. So hopefully,
I mean,
my noobness.
we have two pros here. I think you're very high rated.
I mean, I might be high rated, but sometimes I don't know. Maybe it's the imposter syndrome that gets the best of me. But
Oh, for sure. I think you're definitely better than you think you are.
well, thank you for that. Do you do face cam or just audio?
Probably just like last time.
Okay, cool.
I'll get a better cam eventually, but right now my cam is so bad.
No worries. So let's move on to the cast thingy right here. This should work. Okay, nice. Trying to reset stuff. And I'm gonna take the win count thing off for now. Yeah, so we can have this. Okay. And let's do like that. See if I can have your thingy. And while I do this, maybe you can like we're gonna cover this one, the Pirate Caravan by Days of Plague and Raider Caravan. If you wanna give you your predictions of what you think.
I mean, I'm hoping that Raider is gonna win, but I feel like Plague is quite a good player, and he might have prepared something for this map. So I'm gonna predict Plague. What about you?
Oops. Let's do this. I definitely agree that Raider is definitely prepares openings a lot. Although honestly, Plague as well. I feel like Plague is so analytical. It's pretty insane.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, what am I doing?
Your replay viewer is kind of covering your webcam on your stream. I'm not sure how that happened.
Yeah, I'm trying to add your. I think.
Okay.
Okay, I think this should work. Oh my god.
I mean, no worries if you don't add that one. I think it's
There you go. I think I got it.
Okay. Wow, what a professional.
The noobness of my streaming is in total fledge right here. Okay.
I don't think I could have figured it out on the go, so that's already much better than me.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm excited for this. Honestly, I feel like Days of Plague is a very fun player to watch. He's so, for lack of a better word, strange. He just does like weird stuff, man.
Yeah, I think he's not afraid to do some unconventional stuff. Like I think some people are very ingrained into like your basic units such as like tank, anti-air, B-copter. Like me, for example, I'm a very straightforward guy, but he's not afraid to like bring out weird comps, weird units. I think it's fun.
For sure. I agree 100%. And Raider, I feel like perhaps Raider is more of the conventional kind of player. So we'll probably see a lot of tanks, as I'm trying to readjust this while I'm talking.
I agree. I think Raider is more of a principle, stick to principle guy, a bit like me.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of that school, like perhaps also like you in Poland, for example, lots of tanks, copters. How can I get this? Okay, that'll have to do. So I'm expecting Raider to play very traditionally, tank, perhaps like a recon opening, like trying to sneak something in, playing really fast as well. I'll probably try to put it over here, the timer. And Plague is definitely going to try something strange. And how many mechs do you expect to see from...
I mean, at this point, it's become his signature unit. So I'm hoping, or I think we'll be seeing a lot of mechs.
Okay. Can you see my screen? Good? Like,
yeah.
You can too? Nice. Okay. So, chat. Put your predictions of who you think is going to win this match, because we're going to start right now. So, let's get into it. We have Days of Plague down here in the bottom with Purple Lightning with Kindle. Oh, I love this. Different COs. Against Raider Caraman with the Penguins in the north with Lash. So it's interesting because Plague went with a CO that I would think everyone would go for, while Raider is going for what we saw last time in the was it DFS against
Raider as well. Yeah, I think I'm quite surprised that there was a Kindle pick, honestly, because I think from when I played this map and from talking with a few players, we thought that Lash would be much better than she is usually. But I mean, Kindle does Kindle things, so she shouldn't be that much worse, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like when it gets brawly with all those low HP infantry and a few tanks and the cheap Urban Blight by Kindle, she should get some really nasty hits there.
Yeah, especially with the contested base, like you said. So,
and we're seeing here already skips of these cities. Raider Caravan skipping the back one over here at the top right, going straight for maybe the city, trying to contest this area. Same thing by Plague. And on the other hand, Plague over here, just going for the city first. Ooh, skipping again, actually.
Yeah, it looks like Raider is doing a very similar or maybe even the same opener as he did last time.
Oof. So going really greedy for this base. So Days of Plague is definitely going to put that infantry in range of that base.
Yeah, for sure. But this infantry isn't going to have as easy of a time interrupting as maybe a Lash infantry, because it's going to be 100 attack instead of 120 from the forest as Lash would have.
Yeah, for sure. And it's going to be hitting an infantry that's going to have 130 firepower.
Exactly.
So that's going to sting a lot. I'm not sure exactly what the math is there, but it can be a bad roll in where this infantry is at 7 and then it hits back and probably leaves you at 6, maybe even 5. So it's going to be nasty.
If you leave his infantry at 7, it could definitely put you at 5, I think.
And Days of Plague, is he going to go for the interrupt? Okay, yeah, he is. He's going to interrupt that. Ooh, he got the good roll, actually.
4 damage.
Yeah,
it is. I think it is more likely to do 4 damage. I believe the roll is like 38 to 244 or something along those lines.
Yeah, it would suck if you get that 38 or 39.
Yeah, for sure.
But going for those caps, Blake not gonna skip this to go for the base like Raider did. He's just instead getting that cash. Maybe he's going for a more like quicker income, more unit value approach early on. And Raider's just like, champ, I'm gonna get that base.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Plague learned from DFS's mistake last time, and he's opting for some more income so he doesn't get trapped having no vehicles.
Yeah, we saw how nasty that was, not being able to respond to 2 recons or or whatever tanks came in, and it's just like you're left with one tank and a bunch of infantry, and Raider is gonna KO that infantry. Wow, with that Lash firepower, and now just gonna keep capping with this Penguin. So Plague is gonna have to send another guy to interrupt, while there's 2 more Penguins there in range. Although Plague could also attack this Penguin, but it's really forcing the hand here from Plague to invest all these infantry to keep interrupting.
Yeah, I think in some way he's actually forced to hit the 6 HP infantry, because I think the 6 HP infantry captured last turn. So if he lets it on for another turn, it's going to finish the cap.
Yeah.
And Plague did definitely rotate his capturing infantry back as well. So you're going to see his middle props getting captured much slower than El Karaman.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he definitely feels the need to invest this infantry over here to make sure that he doesn't get that base instead of going for the extra cash.
Right now.
Ooh.
But I think in another way though, El Karma is definitely investing a lot of his own income as well by not capturing any of the properties near him, and moving most of his infantry forward. So there's definitely a trade-off for both players. I think this could pay off for Days of Plague though, because it's only 2 turns reinforcement to interrupt. And a recon build.
A recon build. So this recon is going to defend this 6 HP infantry. Because I was thinking, like, Raider can get some nice trades here, like taking out this infantry, perhaps hit this infantry again, and then Days of Plague will only be left with 1 healthy infantry. But at least having this recon, he'll be able to kind of return the favor back to Raider El Caron.
Yeah, this recon definitely helps defending against Lash's day-to-day power.
Yeah. Ooh, he's going to sacrifice and attack there. So yeah, gonna leave these 2 super injured. These are like trash infantry. You can just sacrifice them at this point. And with only 1 city captured really in this area, and there's only 1 healthy infantry.
Yeah, but on the flip hand, Raider has not captured any of his closer properties either.
Yeah.
And now he is facing a recon, and he did not get his neutral base, so maybe he wasted a lot of tempo there as well.
Yeah. Who might have come out on the better end here? That's probably the question.
During the time that we were focused on the right side, Days of Plague kind of got the left comm tower for free. And so maybe now he's going to be able to pressure the neutral base of his own.
Yeah, with that extra firepower, he's going to be able to kind of be like Lash on the plains.
Yeah, and I think somehow Raider actually ended up in the funds trouble. As you can see right now, he has the 7,000.
Yeah. And
Plague is about to build some tanks. He has his recon out already. So basically, Pega has a free recon out that Raider doesn't have.
Yeah, and next turn, Plague is going to be able to make a tank without having to base skip. So economically, it's looking good for Plague and build-wise as well. Although he's like super slow over here for sure on the infantry count. And that's like what I was thinking, that maybe he could counter the recon with his own recon.
Yeah, he's kind of forced to be, because he doesn't have 8,000 on this turn. So I think in some ways maybe it wasn't worthwhile doing that exact fighting.
Yeah.
Maybe if he calculated his curve a little bit better, he could have avoided this exact situation.
He's almost like behind a whole turn in vehicles, because like he has to respond the recon with a recon, and now Plague is going to make a tank and he has to respond to it with a tank. So he's always like a turn behind, always having to respond. Well, I think his plan was to be on the other side, like being the one who dictates.
Yeah, exactly. I think he was looking to have the same situation as versus Dead FS, where he was ahead more than a whole turn worth of vehicles, but now he's somehow down a whole turn of vehicles, and he's up infantry count on the left side. His back caps are all finished, so now he only has to go forward, and he has the comm tower advantage.
Yeah,
so I think that's gonna bite Raider for sure.
I have the recon stare off. Oh, I just realized we have them facing the same direction. Boom, there you go. Keeping them with their colors, because Raider loves the penguins and Plague loves the purple lightning. We have a few players that like purple lightning. I think you and Plague, and there might be someone else as well. So
I think a decent bit of top players.
And actually, Days of Plague. Wait! I need to go back one turn.
Yeah, Raider opted to KO the forest infantry. I think because if he tries to kill the base infantry, he would lose both of his infantry.
Wow.
But this does give the neutral base to Plague, And I think this is gonna be the start of the end. He's gonna create a lot of trouble around that area.
Actually, I'll put this over here. Wow, so I need to go back one turn. So he did. So yeah, he interrupted here and then Plague took it out and then join or just did the cap and join. And Raider could have sent both infantry to secure that this doesn't get capped because only one wouldn't have been enough. But then he would have lost both infantry.
Yeah, and I believe on no comm tower it's impossible for you to KO.
Yeah, it's impossible.
To hit KO and.
Well, actually, one would be from the planes. So maybe there's like a 5% chance or something.
Yeah. So it's probably not gonna fully interrupt, and he only had one infantry to follow up next turn, because that back cap infantry is 2 turns away still.
So going back to the turn where we were at, Days of Plague, actually, he probably can't believe it. He's like, wow, I got the base. I'm the first player in playing here that ever got a base. That's insane. So he's probably so happy. It's going to be like impossible to flip that base as well. Like that's going to put a ton of pressure over here. Like he not only got the base, he also got the comm tower, and he's going to get both of these cities as well. And he's also going to get the back cities, although Raiders has them a bit faster. Oof. Is he gonna try
looking like a very tough spot for Raider. I think, you know, as soon as we see some vehicle builds out of that forward base, it's gonna spell down for all his forward infantry and maybe even his game as a whole.
Income wise, it's a little bit better for Raider, but not really. Plague is gonna flip. He's gonna capture 3 or 4 properties next turn, so that's gonna put him in the lead at 11k. That recon got an interrupt on this infantry, but that recon got a huge hit of a 9-5 from the city.
But even then, I think, you know, the Days of Plague got all the value that he wanted from that recon. He's going to injure more than 1 infantry, and the recon already did his job into preventing the neutral base. And, you know, even though you said that Raider was up income for a little bit, I think at the end of the day, the curve matters more than the total income per turn, because if you're able to get out vehicles despite having lower income while your opponent is unable to, then, you know, whoever has the curve is still advantaged.
Yeah, it's definitely not looking very good for Raider for sure. And we have the first mech. We'll see if it's the last, but the signature unit by Plague for sure.
Yeah.
And Raider is gonna have to try to come back, like perhaps try to get this base. It looks like he's trying to take out this base, but just sending infantries and now the tank, and gonna sit an infantry there and bring the artillery to protect the tank from this other tank. Probably gonna keep this guy there as a nice blocker. Ooh, he doesn't. Okay.
Oh no! Wait, I think he should have kept his 1 HP infantry back to protect the artillery.
Yeah, I think right there where it was the perfect spot.
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh, and he makes another
Maybe
tank.
there was a chance of his 7 HP infantry dying, but I don't think on 1 comm tower you can do that much damage. I think on 1 comm tower versus a 6 HP infantry, it's 54 minimum damage. So if the infantry already had 7 HP, it's impossible to get KO'd. So I don't know why he joined there.
Yeah.
Maybe he was hoping for a miracle.
And it is going to force, it's forcing Plague to a few things. Like he has to, well, he can just like kind of hit it or just ignore it for another turn. He can send tank and infantry to take it out and then build something. But there is this artillery there pointing at the base, so anything that gets built, if this tank attacks there, will get shot at. So Plague is going to be like, ooh, do I attack the artillery? Like it's still an interesting setup that Raider has been able to get going. And plus there's this recon here that's a bit uncontested, as we see the second mech of the match by Plague. But we also have Urban Blight coming.
But I think maybe the join was for the tank, because I think a tank can KO a 7 HP infantry on the city. So maybe he was trying to avoid the 1 hit KO from the tank. But even then, in this spot, if the tank and the infantry combines for the 8 HP infantry and his artillery shoots, you can eliminate all the forward infantry from Raider.
Yeah.
And suddenly, Raider doesn't really have unit count to protect his artillery, and he's right next to the base.
Yeah, I think that's what we're about to see. All these 3 infantry, all these 3 penguins are going to get blasted without any kind of counterattack whatsoever. Boom.
Yeah,
boom,
here we go.
Boom. And we have the third mech of the match.
I think that factory is going to be producing mechs until the end of the game. And
yeah, I mean, it's
so
not a bad base to
efficient.
make mechs, right? It's right there. They jump right into the action.
Yeah, I mean, it is the contested property. Like, you can't get closer than that, more efficient than that.
And now we have another tank. Now, yes, the player is going to be, now that he's feeling more comfortable, he can start investing on this side with a tank to really protect his stuff against this recon, or even protect it from this, protect the mech from the recon. Not that it was necessary because it was on a mountain, but yeah, looking really strong by Plague, really. We'll see if Raider can try to get the space, perhaps. He's still getting that log, so Plague is not really getting that unit count advantage that he would want to, perhaps, from getting the extra base. But it can get tricky, though. Having no infantry.
I think the lock is quite good, like you said, but he definitely needs to find counterplay somewhere on the right side. But that is looking quite hard without the calm tower, and
wow,
artillery getting shot to one definitely does not help. I mean, losing that lock on the base.
Yeah, that frees up the base 100%. He could just make a tank right now, or just make another mech.
The mechs keep coming. And the two tanks of Raider are surrounded completely. I don't think there's any recourse for that. And it doesn't look like he's going to get the right side anytime soon. If Plague just built tank after tank, not going to look good.
Yeah, Plague doesn't even have to go for the space. He just has to prevent Raider from getting the space and just keep waiting and just keep whittling down his forces, and he'll win. Perhaps even prevent his counter.
He's up the tower.
Oh, wow. And Raider's going to pull back the tank, so just completely conceding this area. Just realizes there's nothing to do. Those tanks were going to be shooting at mechs or infantry and just get blasted by these two, so it makes sense. But yeah, I think go ahead.
Yeah, I think we're starting to see the beginning of the end. I mean, the Urban Blight is coming. Yeah, there we go. Urban Blight hits every single infantry on the forward properties.
Every cap.
Even hitting the tank and the mech on the bases is a lot of the percentage of his income. So I think everything is going to get interrupted here, and I think this is the end.
Even going for the cap here, this is definitely the end, and he's trying to solidify. He's just trying to close out. He's going to go and finish out some of these infantries. Just going to get all those hits, protect the... Not that he really needed to protect this tank, but he's there. And Raider Kalman realizes the writing on the wall, and he decides to tap out. GG to both. That was a lot of fun. Man, this map is wild. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks Soul for Rent for the 20 gifted memberships. Looks like everyone's getting a membership right now.
Huge.
Yeah, huge. That's amazing. There's gonna be this guy jumping around for like 5 minutes. Wow, what a fun map, honestly. I don't know if it's fun to play it, but it's definitely fun to watch.
Yeah, I think there can be a lot of preparation to be had too. I think for a planner, it could be a fun map as well. Of course, Carman did a similar opening as last time, but didn't end up having the curve that he desired. Maybe there's some fine-tuning to do there. And it looked like Plague just had a very easy game on his left side, going for backcaps first, maximizing income, and just having more vehicles.
Yeah, I think Plague was trying to really read what Raider was doing. He perhaps really analyzed what he did last time because it worked out for Raider. And he was just like, I'm just going to see what he does and just going to play it safe over here because he's playing it safe. And then I'm going to try to answer to his greediness over here. He did. Perhaps Raider overextended a little bit on the infantry fights because, as you said, it ended up being 2 turns away. Even the infantry that had backcapped here was then in range to help out, while Raider had sent, I think, at least 1 back here to start capping, so he was down on infantry numbers. And then Play was able to kind of overrun this area, get the base, and just solidify the victory.
Yeah, it does make me wonder if that 1 back capping infantry, if he was forward, if he could have guaranteed the capture. And there's the other thing on the first infantry hit. Like we said, it was a roll of 3 to 4 damage. I wonder if in the world where Plague rolls a 3, if El Karaman could have won that as well. I think on this turn, El Karaman sent his infantry to back cap. I wonder if he sent everything forward and maybe on top of having that roll be favorable for him, if it would have worked out.
Yeah, I think because if the roll is a 3, then this is at 7, then you cap leaves it at 3, and then when you shoot back with another infantry, it's gonna leave it at 3. It doesn't leave it at 2. With 100 firepower,
Yeah,
it's not enough.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
So I think that's why Lash might be the pick then, to guarantee that you can interrupt the cap, because if not, you're in danger.
Yeah, with the 110 attack, it's definitely 4 damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, even if it was a roll though, it was definitely a roll that was favorable for Plague. I think something along the lines of 60-70% to be 4 damage.
Yeah, and then the back infantry that you said, even if this was supporting, perhaps he could overrun this area as like this turn comes along. They can attack back and have that other infantry over here. But I mean, even then, it would mean that he would be really low on income, and then he wouldn't be able to get those vehicles out. So it would really hurt his funding.
Yeah.
Really, really cool, honestly.
Yeah. I think this game was very nice to see, especially we get to see how his build gets countered, and maybe there's going to be more adaptations down the tournament.
Yeah, for sure. That's going to be really interesting to see. If we get to see this map again, you know, I don't know how many people have been picking this map, because some don't want to deal with it. Some pick it and then it gets sniped. They're like, no, I don't want to play this.
I know out of my games, I'm not getting it on my first 4 potential games, but who knows? Maybe there's going to be a tiebreaker on it. I haven't played my games yet.
I'm trying to see the chat. But welcome everyone. I'm seeing a lot of people that have been joining in during the match. So welcome everyone.
Yeah. Oh, I think Shmovin was asking who picked this map. If we want to look at the draft.
Oh wait, that's actually a good question. This
yeah, I think that's a good question.
Let's look at the thing, because this is gonna be the first match of their set, and the bot didn't let me go in. So I have to do the thing. Oh wait, never mind. So, Raider Caravan. Whoa, why is the bot? I can't access the thing. Stealer!
Are you stuck in the replay viewer?
No, I'm trying to see like the interface where we have like all the stuff.
Yeah.
Let me do the thing, so the bot can give me access to the UI.
You don't have the role?
It was not letting me. It was like, okay, now yes.
Okay.
So,
technical issues, guys.
So this was Days of Plague and Raider El Carmen. That's gonna be this one right here. Beautiful. Man, Steeler is the GOAT. So let me put this over here.
Yeah, there we go.
And I need to change this over here. Like this. Okay. There you go. Can you guys see there?
It looks like Raider picked this map. And I mean, Plague also agreed to play this map, but maybe Plague had something prepared for player 1.
So it looks like Plague picked this 140,000 ways to die, and he picked Don't Drink the Water. Spicy map this one, because this one's really tricky to play live. And then Raider picked Pirate Caravan, and You've Got to Know Nothing Lasts Forever. And Plague decided to snipe this one instead of Pirate Caravans. So I think you're right. He definitely has some kind of opening. He's like, you know what?
Yeah, it leads me to believe he prepared for player 1, because you get side selection if you pick the map, or if you agree to play one of the 2 maps.
It's funny that their set is like the craziest map and one of the more like simple maps. It's like they were trying to find some balance.
Right, that betrays.
Okay, and then that is. Let's go back to this. And actually, I can show. I think I can show this. Boom. So this is where I'm trying to keep track of everything here. So this was Group A.
Yeah.
And this was Raider Command Plague. They played on Pirate Caravan. Winner was Plague. I'll put the link later. But this means that Plague is going to be 1. Where's Raider? 0. Right here. So then this thing, I think it adds it up here. There you go. So I got all 4 groups here. They're Group A, Group C, Group B, Group D. And here I'm kind of putting all the how many wins they have. And then
my name is misspelled on Group B.
Wait.
There's 2 F's on the other one. No, like on the. If you'll see it, it's right below your cursor. Right now.
Yeah. Man, I've misspelled your name like a million times.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
But yeah, then this thing kind of adds them all up. So we have wins, and then the set wins. So
right. I don't think you put the wins for the game between Poland and Oslo, did you?
The first 2 matches, yeah, it's 1-1 right now. So
yeah,
that's one of the matches that we're gonna cover.
Okay.
So
Let's
let's see. Added place win to. Oh, wait, what?
Is that what you did?
Plague beat. No, I think I got it right. No, I think I got it right.
Maybe the graph is just hard to understand.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, my mind works kind of weirdly sometimes, but as long as it works, let's we can probably move on to the next match.
Okay.
So we can go to this one. We can do the Aria, Fireheart, and Digis. We can leave the deciding match of this set for last.
Sure.
Let's bring this over here. And this map is spicy and controversial. Let's say.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this map yet. We'll have to see down the line. But I'm surprised they both picked Kindle because I thought Lash would be quite good on this map, to be honest.
Wow.
Because of the silos and the forests.
Interesting.
But maybe they're cooking something that I'm not.
So what I'm expecting here is, because it's funny, it's tier 2, right? And so, well, it's without Max though, because Max here would be insane. But
yeah,
I would expect Kindle, Rachel, and maybe you wouldn't see Olaf or Eagle, which is really funny to see these other 2 CEOs instead of these other.
Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting. I mean, Eagle I can sort of understand, but so far, not too much interest on Olaf. Surprised. I actually wonder if Andy could be good here too, because there's a lot of heavy terrain. It's kind of hard to 2-hit KO units.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can stall it out somehow and just build some heavy units. I mean, the reinforcement lines are quite short, so medium tanks are probably pretty good.
And Random Way saying that there's FTA Day 3 Recon. It's been fixed. I found
pretty
it.
sure that was fixed.
Yeah, I fixed it.
Yeah.
With these little pipe seams, it makes it so that the Day 3 Recon can't come over here and interrupt the capture or from the airport. There was like some shenanigans there that was only available for player 1, and it was really hard to deal with, and it was really bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are your predictions here? We have Aria and Digis. This is the first game that I've covered of their set. Aria is a really good live player. I think pretty out of the ordinary as well. Goes for some risky gambles of attacks sometimes. She's not of the stally kind of approach. She likes to brawl, and whenever she can, she'll build a neo tank. And then Digis, I think he's also very similar. He likes to brawl. He is not a fan of stalling. Like, he tries to go and just win you tactically, pretty much.
Yeah, I think you're right. But overall, when Aria first came onto the scene, I was pretty impressed with their play, but I haven't really seen them grow too much. I'll have to see how good they are nowadays, but I know Djus has been quite good throughout Advanced Wars last few years, but right now I think he's coming back on and being much better. He's improved a lot recently.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna cast my vote onto Djus.
Okay.
What about you?
I think it's tricky. I think I would predict Djus as well. Like if you were to say who's a favorite, I think Djus would just like slightly be more favorite than Arya.
Yeah.
I think Arya is like the underdog in this group, but she can definitely surprise you. Like you think she's doing bad in a match. I've watched so many of her live games in the live league. You think she's doing bad, and then you check back, and she's absolutely raking the opponents. It's like wild.
Wow. Maybe they're good at playing from behind. I mean, people say that about Djus as well, right? I think people say that Djus plays better from behind.
Yeah. So similar play styles by both. They both went for Kindle, so it's gonna be a very brawly. It's gonna be interesting. So I think we can go into it. This is gonna be game 1 of Arya and Djus on this map that has a really long name. And this map is really tricky regarding the cap phase, right? There's a lot of different options, whether you want to speed up the center cap or not. Doing so or not is going to affect your vehicle timings or which vehicle you can build. So it's pretty
Absolutely.
tricky, and it's different for both players, player 1 or player 2.
Yeah.
So if you prep for this map, you can have to prep for both players. I guess on every map at a certain extent. I know you do that a lot. You're like the pro that really goes. You're like, this map, if player 1 has a day 5 recon something, and the player 2 has something else. But this map kind of exacerbates that.
I maybe overdo it a little bit, but I think in this case, probably doing most income is just fine as an opener. I don't think there's too many special things that you can employ, especially without an early possible airport. I think maximum income equals just more vehicles. It's gonna be better to have muscle.
Yeah, I think there's something. I was speeding the middle capture, and a donation came in. I'll look at it later. But thank you anyone who made that. But it's gonna be, this map can get really brawly really fast. I've seen a lot of players brawl too much, in my opinion, in the middle, when in reality the sides are like the juiciest part of the map. So we'll have to see.
I agree. I think it's very easy to get trapped into a forced arms race where you're just dumping all your vehicles down the middle, but I don't think that's the optimal way to play at all.
I think also player 2, so Djus in this sense, can always afford to just rush the center property. Like player 2 doesn't have to go for fastest income because it doesn't affect the builds to skip.
Yeah.
And so it kind of guarantees player 2 getting the center, while player 1 has to make a decision whether to rush it or not, because then they don't get a tank in time or has to base cape or stuff like that. So it makes it kind of tricky. But the way that they approached it, Arya going for the fastest income, is gonna give this AB tank order,
Right.
which is controversial for sure.
Well, I think we talked it through. I don't think it's necessarily an issue, and I think even if player 1 decides to opt for the middle prop first, you can just go for a BAAB order, and it's still fine for you. So they both have the choice to do so. It's just how much you value having the first tank out, which I think honestly in a lot of the cases it's kind of meaningless if you don't have the chain.
There's also artillery buys that with this really fast, like artilleries in the middle are really strong. So player 2 can make A, B, small b if you want A, with the second vehicle being an artillery, which is exactly what Djus is going to do. Wow. And also we're seeing a lot of these infantry fights.
Arya got pretty lucky on the rolls. I wonder if that matters.
I think Djus here got unlucky with the interrupt, and then this is well, she got this role right here, and the extra firepower by Deeja's just gonna compensate there. But I wonder if we're gonna have this like tank stare off in the middle.
Yeah, we might, honestly. Like we said,
Boom.
people will get drawn into a mid fight and be forced to keep sending units there, because if you don't pile on, you just get shoved out of mid. So you better send your infantry to the side and scatter them early on, because otherwise your next infantries are going to be stuck going to the middle and getting conscripted to die there.
What do you think of Sammy in this map, with such fast infantry making to the middle?
Honestly, Sammy is an interesting pick because mechs get to the middle very fast, and Sammy doesn't hate artillery or tech ups. But I think the problem is really just having only 2 bases is kind of scary for Sammy.
Yeah, for sure. I think I saw, was it a chest? I can't remember. Playing a live game on this map in the live league as Sammy, and just like going really like rushing the center and just making a ball of infantry, artillery, mech, medium tank. It was just like, it was so fun.
But honestly, that could be a very good strategy because, like I said, you can only scatter your infantry to the sides early on. So that means that the amount of infantry I have on either side is kind of limited. So if you force a brawl down the middle, your side infantry should win their brawls too. So maybe Sammy just wins across the board, and that could grant you a victory that way.
Yeah, it's tricky though, because you're right. Like on the sides, if your infantry gets shot at as Sammy, then you're kind of left with just vehicles, just like underpowered vehicles.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get the airports capped really, really late. That's interesting. I would think that some players would rush the airport, perhaps like skipping one of these cities, because in base light and this map, having the airport is gonna be really strong to be able to harass and attack this area, prevent this city and these com tower and cities perhaps getting capped, or forcing an anti-air, because you cannot respond to a copter with another copter on this map because they're so on the opposite sides. And Deeja's gonna brawl it out in the middle. Classic Deeja's, and always protecting everything with his artillery really nicely.
Yeah, I mean this artillery is well placed, and Deeja's having the 3rd tank first means that he also has a slight tank count advantage, because pushing into the artillery means that you necessarily are in range of that extra tank. It looks like both players are gonna lock the side properties with their own artillery, and maybe the brawl is gonna cease now.
And okay, that tank is gonna move off from that city, which I think it's smart. I think it's really, really hard to flip this property. I wonder if Deeja's is gonna actually go for that, or he's just gonna go for the secure city here.
Yeah, I doubt he would march down the middle. I think securing the side property is definitely better here, and just like you said, flipping that center is very, very hard, and Arya now has 4 tanks in range, so it's probably best to get out of the center. Both players are finally getting out. They don't want to be dragged into that infinite arms race, like I said.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
because Arya started moving to the top, they just got some free hits on the tower. It could end up being a big trouble, because being up 1 tower means you're winning basically every tank fight now.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, and it's gonna draw a tank over here, but Deeja's has another tank, so it's gonna be really awkward for Arya to get the positioning. I guess she can put a tank over here in this city, but still, it's gonna draw some resources from Arya.
Yeah.
As she's gonna try to interrupt over here, although it is protected by a tank. Ooh, but yeah, the nice already follow up. The classic anti-Kindle tech right there.
Yeah.
And
well, in either case, I think Deeja's has done more tempo damage overall, and he's faster on the front switch. So I do wonder if Arya has some sort of counterplay to this right now.
I think Arya's gonna get this com tower guaranteed. Interesting little lineup here of these infantry, so that if he just decides to keep attacking, then it would guarantee these tanks attacking back, and it doesn't even matter because she gets extra 40% firepower from the com tower, so not having it doesn't matter. And goes for a little tap there, a little free interrupt.
That is not good.
And attack from the city and get a kill there. That's
no. Yeah, so, Arya's been bleeding a lot of infantry down here, and if she doesn't get that side property on the edge of the map, Deeja's already has that. And Deeja's already has the tower advantage as well, and she doesn't have that middle mountain city either, which Deeja's just finished capturing.
Yeah.
So that's at least 2K income and one tower difference, which is massive considering the amount of money that you're making right now.
Yeah, it's like Dijos is ahead over here with the tank harassment and not really allowing Arya to counterattack, a lot really. And just
there's
bleeding
really no
infantry, like you
counterpoint.
said, which reduces her chances of capturing anything as these bases are kind of far. So it is going to take a while to bring infantry. And Dijos does have infantry on both sides of it. Like he has these 2.5 and has a few more coming over here in the bottom.
Yeah, Deja's really asserting himself on both sides. He's able to deny the captures while securing his own. And now it looks like he's poised to take the middle now.
Risky.
With the advantage he secured.
Risky gamble here, though. Going for the middle. I know it's very, very juicy. Not flipping someone else's city. This is a 2K swing, but it's a nice little setup with artillery. You do have these two silo tiles to interrupt from, and then you can perhaps bring an artillery. But this artillery is just far enough that you can't really lock down that city unless you put it on this silo, but it is a little bit endangered. So we'll see what Arya starts to do as she gets the com tower. And
I think moving the artillery to the silo could be a good play and locking it out and coming back into the middle. But it looks like she wants to find counterplay on the top side. I'm not sure if this is going to accomplish much because there's no infantry to capitalize on the fact that she has invested 2 tanks up there, and she's forced to fight in the middle now as well because her city is under threat. It is quite a good tactic on the bottom there, not allowing the 9 HP tank to have any counter attacks, but one of the tanks in the middle can swing onto the city, I believe. And Dijos still has his artillery nested into the center quite well, uncontested. And I'm quite a big fan of this play because he's already secured an income lead, so now he just wants to brawl it out and maybe scrap. So down the long term, he's gonna be having more tanks reinforcing.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a nice hit over here, but I wonder how much he's going to devote resources here in the middle. He does have to join that cap to keep on the pressure, so that Arya has to invest 2 units to interrupt this, or else Dijos is gonna get it. And if you do get this flip, it is also very hard to flip again. So because if Dijos is able to get it, then he can just move back the artillery and have these beautiful tiles to defend from and just lock down that city. Even if it's so close to these bases, it's really hard to flip. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Arya absolutely cannot let this middle city go. So she has to devote a lot of her resources there. And, during all that, she is still down income on the side. So she still has to find counterplay there as well. I think it's big trouble for her. And regardless of what Dijos invests, every unit that she interrupts with is just gonna die to the artillery.
And actually, Dijos doesn't go for the join here, so he's gonna. I think this is very easy to interrupt now by Arya. I think it will be good to join and then force Arya to send a tank and an infantry to flip to interrupt this. But I think Arya's gonna be able to just send another infantry. But perhaps Dijos is fine with that and just take 1 infantry of Arya for every half that he's losing, pretty much.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think Dijos is already ahead, so he just has to slowly grind down Arya's existing units. Slowly but surely. He doesn't really have to do anything big to push his lead. Arya is the one on the ropes here that has to do something.
Yeah, I think she's trying to do something over here at the top with these double tank artillery, using the tanks really to take out all of Dijos' infantry and then trying to reclaim this area. But she's getting attacked back by this tank, and Dijos is going to send 1, maybe 2 of these tanks over here. And not having a lot of unit count over here is going to make it hard for her to wall the artillery. And we have the first urban blight, which is going to stop these captures as well.
That really puts a big wrench in her plans. Oh, her
and even the
tank gets KO'd.
The 2 tanks joining there to repair is going to get KO'd.
Yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
No. That tank that it was 2 tanks that had joined here to repair to try to not lose this front, and then it just gets taken out with the urban blight, meaning that this whole side is just going to fall apart. Arya is trying to do something sneaky here to try to go for the airport. I don't think it's going to follow through, but definitely forcing the hand from Arya, just spreading her too thin, she's not going to have enough resources to deal with everything everywhere.
Yeah, totally. Like I said, DHS already has his income lead, so he's just content with brawling everywhere. And on top of that, getting the first Kindle power really swings the tempo on his side. And like you said, Arya's trying to sneak some infantry forward, but it's just gonna get delayed by a beacopter getting built in their faces. And now I don't even know if she's gonna get much value from her own Urban Blight.
Oh, and even after that Urban Blight, because he's been capping that 1 HP infantry still got the little 1 and then joined. This infantry has to be dropped down to 2, so you have to send a tank because there's no full HP infantry to even deal enough damage. And there she goes.
It's rough. She's has to be forced to send down units into the grinder, straight into the artillery range.
Oof. She does get a nice hit on that artillery though, but you still have these silos. Even if all this stuff goes down, there was only one tank that went down. And now we got a Meg. And we see the first copter also from DJs, which is this is gonna be huge. It's gonna really shut down any chances over here from Arya to try to capture anything. And he does have a few healthy infantry. He can definitely join these two, and then he has this second one, and he can start capturing. Perhaps even flip the com tower. I do think his com tower is on the thread though. This infantry is at 6 and the com tower is at 5, so he does have to send a tank, which is the only thing in range to interrupt it. But then you have a freaking Kindle artillery on a city defending that infantry. I guess you can attack it from here, from the road, but I don't know, man. Oof.
Yeah. Oof. But you know, like over the long term, that artillery cannot stand by its own. She needs to have body blockers, and it looks like 3 tanks are coming down that way, and there's no real protectors other than that 1 tank far forward. So with all this brawling happening, he just did not lose his income lead of 2k, and now suddenly he has deflected the threat on his own com tower, and at the bottom side he's starting his own captures to flip the enemy com tower. And now he also has the beacopter. Oof, it's not looking good for Arya.
Yeah, forcing Arya to make an anti, which is going to be late with all this tank presence as well. So it's not only an anti, you need to send an anti and a tank. It's just like so much is needed over here. I think like at this point it's just completely concede this area and try to win elsewhere. I don't know, perhaps win the middle or try to swing back this area at the top. She's gonna get a definite KO with this artillery. Maybe cleaning up a few of these. Okay, cleaning up that, get a first strike over there, and set an infantry on that com tower, and there goes the anti-air. But yeah, you really like the fact that there's a copter and a tank plus a few infantry. It's a really nice combo. You need quite a few. Like you need a task force to deal with this. You can't just send one anti-air.
Yeah, you need a mix of specific units, which is really, really hard to get right now, especially on a 2-base map with low income.
Exactly.
And DJ just continues piling double tank,
and just
you're gonna lose every one of your 4 units.
It's insane.
It's tough.
Yeah, and in the lead in every count really. The only thing is that I see that Arya now has the next Urban Blight, so perhaps and I'm not sure. Like you can get some damage over here. This com tower is not gonna get captured, but yeah, there goes Urban Blight. It's gonna affect all these 3 captures plus injuring these 3 tanks. I guess the only one that was for free was this one. So like added value. But yeah, these infantry still hurts a lot. It's gonna delay a lot. These captures. This one's still gonna go through. The com tower is gonna be delayed, and this capture is gonna be super delayed.
Yeah, that blight was definitely effective, but overall though didn't hit very many vehicles, meaning she's not getting much of her brawling done. Without an overwhelming ability to destroy the enemy units, and without infantry to secure props, you're just brawling to brawl while behind. It's very hard to get out of.
Yeah, and here they just did lose all those 2 infantries, which was the nice thing that he had going. He had 1 here, so he could start flipping stuff, but he has this 3 HP guy. Maybe this one can come along and in a few turns can start capturing stuff. It's always against Kindle. It's so hard to capture anything once those Urban Blights and the brawling starts happening. It's so hard. But this is gonna get wrecked now. I wonder if he's gonna use the Urban Blight and the copter getting another free hit over here now on a tank. His anti-airs just getting outmaneuvered. There we go, boom. And almost gets it taken out. Makes another copter, and it's gonna hold that Urban Blight. He's not gonna use it.
Wow. And yeah, I think holding the Urban Blight was good, especially because I already had 2 tanks that both only had 1 HP sitting on cities. So even if you Urban Blight, it doesn't do damage to them, and even if they repair 3 HP tanks, are not very effective.
Yeah.
If you look right now, all of Arya's units are just completely damaged, and they're just all half HP.
And they're all in
So
the
even though the
middle.
unit count is okay, it's dire.
She just sent everything to the middle right now. She's like, I need to concede this area and perhaps just train wreck over here, bro, and just take over this area with an all-in push. As Dijas only has now, after joining, he has one healthy infantry. It's going to take him a long time to get another one going, so this is going to take a while. Maybe she can try to all-in over here, perhaps win over there somehow, as Dijas' forces are a little bit split, and his airport is over here, not over here, so this is probably the best area that she can go and attack. She definitely needs to make a copter, though. That would help her a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I think she's definitely trying to deathball and maybe find counterplay at the top, but well, like you said, D just has one infantry at the bottom, but Arya has no infantry just as a whole. There's no infantry that's full HP. She can't threaten any caps.
Yeah.
So again, she's just gonna be in a brawl that she cannot get out of, while having no threats on any cities.
Oh, and then the copter goes down, but that copter has gotten enough worth already. With all those hits that it's got, so it's fine to go down and get some charge. Just brawling in the middle now. It's just a matter of just solidifying the win, really. Try to take out as many vehicles as possible and start flipping these things, really. Like it's a matter of now solidifying, trying to secure the win and making some infantries and get them out there and start capturing stuff.
Yeah, I agree. At this point, it's just a victory lap for Dijas. There's no real counterplay to be had. There's no infantry to capture anything, and she's forced to keep brawling down the center, or else she loses even more.
Yeah, and brawling down income without any future plans of capturing anything is going to be probably a losing fight unless you are a genius at tactical brawling, you know.
Yeah, with only 2 bases, you can't really make infantry unless you build medium tank or like B-copters. But like you said, we've seen no B-copters, and now she's going to lose her entire army down the middle.
Oh, yes, it's almost it is overextended. Now it's like 2 turns away, so all these tanks are going to get hit without any reinforcement. She did make a T-copter to try to address the problem of not having infantries out there in the field. But it's like too little too late.
Exactly. You have to ask yourself if this is too little too late. There's barely any units left on the map. I mean, her total army value was at 20k.
As a single tank is going to be sent to the bottom to try to answer this infantry, but then there's a copter behind it, so you have to make an anti-air. It's just unit count at the start of Dijas' turn. It's already high, up 10k in unit value as well, like up in income. It's just like he has all the cards in his hand pretty much, as he can probably clean up these 3 units as well and just keep increasing that unit count, which is going to leave Arya with literally just 1 infantry and these 2 tanks and these fresh new units. So just an overwhelming force by Dijas across the board. There you go, boom.
Yeah, Arya has absolutely nothing left, and with that medium tank drop, I don't think she's ever going to get an answer to anything.
Yeah, the classic way to close out the game. Now he has pretty much all the advantages, and now he can start making medium tank or make more artillery and just try to solidify the position. And without like having overwhelming unit count, this is just so strong against no unit count whatsoever. She's gonna still brawl it out, and weird little infantry drop off here, but I think it was to protect it from this copter, these tanks.
Oh no.
Medium tank's gonna hit it, boom, fresh out of the oven. It's gonna get a nice tank kill right there. Com tower on the thread. The only thing that can really interrupt it is this anti-air, but it's probably gonna get taken out by these tanks. And it's not looking pretty for Arya here.
Yeah, just sitting here and watching the rest of her units die.
I think I know what Saga is trying to do.
Oh, and she's trying to go for the HQ cap, but there's gonna be an urban blind waiting for her. Oh no.
Oh my god. Maybe she's banking on D just not noticing, but imagine if that was like 1 tile closer, she could drop it off right here. Oh my god.
It's over, man.
Getting the second com tower, now this anti is just like gonna wreck all of these 3 units. Now we see a neo tank for D just not letting Arya come back from this one. And
Yeah, not a pretty sight, to be fair.
just planting right there in front of the two bases. And I think this might be the last turn for Arya. She has like less than half the unit count and the unit value, which is insane. Just gonna probably attack everything. And will she keep fighting? I think she's gonna try to go for the HQ.
Isn't that in range of the AA? Oh, I guess the AA gets diverted to kill the beecopter.
I mean, he still has the Urban Blight.
Urban Blight.
He can send. He'll have these two infantry. He knows. Like he's well aware of this. And also regarding the time, they're doing really well. Like Arya has 5 minutes. Dijus has 10 freaking minutes. Like I think he's just really good with time, honestly. It also helps that it's a pretty small map.
Yeah, and at this point the board has been simplified so much, there's barely anything left. So they're both gonna get a bunch of time instead of losing. So
yeah. Why did you put the cup today?
I think maybe it's a resign move at this point.
Oh wow, sacrificing that
super
to get the high society. Is it gonna whoa!
Oh my god!
That's insane. That's just for the style points right there. We're gonna take out that medium tank as well. Take that out.
That's what you one hit KO on a T-copter. Give this man a medal.
Wow, that's gonna leave Arya with just 4 units. And no, the triple transfer by Dijus, just like
Dijus
just resign.
Respects to the tournament, buying APC, and so does Arya. Maybe this is the resign turn.
I mean, they're buying APCs because this tournament is called APC, perhaps.
Exactly.
They're just gonna go for the base cap and take that out of the infantry, and there we go. The APC rush. Maybe the APC can do something.
Oh my god. Maybe we're gonna get a route. Every unit's gonna die now.
Probably.
Going back onto that pool of water. Yeah, I think we're gonna get a route. Every unit is gonna be eliminated.
First route of the tournament. Wow. GG. And Arya gets eliminated by route. Wow, what a good game. That was a lot of fun. Insane.
Yeah, that was fun.
Where do you think things like just went downhill for Arya?
I think it ended up being something along the lines of army movement. Dijus just had a better spread of infantry for the sides, and Arya's first artillery was unable to produce too much value for her, while as Dijus one, I think, helped secure the mountain city at the bottom and then came back through the middle to cause even more trouble. I think it came down to army movement, and Arya gave a bunch of free hits on her bottom side while not sending her units to the top side fast enough or responding. You know, you can only do one of the two, and I don't think she did either.
Yeah, I think she invested very heavily on infantry on the bottom, but hadn't followed them up with tanks, and then Dijus was able to harass them. Like, he found these free hits, and once these infantry die, the first ones die, like, you're not gonna replenish this in this area, especially against Kindle with those urban blights coming all the time. Like, you don't even have to send an infantry to interrupt. And boom, just hurting there. And he was doing something similar. He was also sending the infantry over here to the top, but he was following them up. Like, none of these tanks could get free hits, not even an infantry. Like, everything was protected. Even this tank was protected by an artillery. So like, everything was linked up and synced up. It was a really nice army movement, like you said, and just positioning. Just responding to the movement of Arya, and wow, just insane.
Yeah, I think a very understated art of Advanced Wars is knowing where to move your army and who is going to get tempo from being where. I think in a lot of ways, Arya had initial tempo, but she decided to move her tanks in a way that ended giving the tempo to Dijus, and Dijus was able to swing at the bottom faster and hit harder, which resulted in an income lead. And like you said, you can't replenish this infantry.
Yeah,
it's base light, and versus Kindle, they're gonna get urban blighted on repeat. So it's not a good look for them at all. So mid game comes around, and then Dijus just brawls her to death.
Yeah, I wonder if perhaps this artillery could have stayed more in the middle. Like, try to I know she was locking this down, but then like she sent it up here to kind of force this issue, but all the infantry were like really late, so then she couldn't really do too much. Perhaps this artillery could have stayed either locking this down, not that it was needed because no infantry was in range of the city, so maybe it could have been brought down here to lock down this city, which it was under threat, perhaps down here to lock this down. But even like the turn before, like she she sent all these 2 tanks over here. I think they were to take that out, but just leaving these unprotected and just granting those free hits. This was like out of sync, I think, and it just granted all the tempo to Dijos pretty much, and he kind of took it from there.
Yeah, one of the biggest rules of Advanced Wars is having your vehicles pair up with your infantry to generate threat.
Yeah.
And her infantry ended up getting squandered at the bottom for free, so there was not much threat coming mid game. And if you're down income or tower or both, then you can't out brawl either.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just slowly gonna grind you down.
Yeah, like I said, then I think the income pretty much solidified here at like 14 and 16k, and it was just like. It was Dijos' like ideal scenario. You know? I'm just gonna brawl you to death with the income lead, kindle Urban Blight to death, and it's like with a 2k income lead, you're just gonna get better value. You're gonna get that extra tank every now and then. You're gonna get more charge. You're gonna get more Urban Blights. It's just more favorable to brawl for whoever has the income lead, plus having all that tempo lead and just like being able to catch Arya off guard here and picking off her infantry. So really good gameplay, honestly. That was amazing.
Yeah, for sure, agree.
Okay, so let's update the spreadsheet. My beautiful spreadsheet. I hope you guys are all enjoying. I'm trying to keep up with chat, but it's really tricky as I'm casting. I do see Chest is here. I do see Astaroth. Hey, Adept. Welcome everyone. Really nice to see everyone here. Even Darth Noob is here.
Actually, Darth Noob's game.
Darth Noob, we have your game next. So, dun dun dun. So, this was the first game of Group. Where is it? Here, Group C, where Dijos beat Arya. So actually, both of us were right, Starflash, with our predictions.
Yeah, I think Dijos was a favorite to win, and he pulled it off quite well.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's go back to this. And yeah, how are you guys doing in the chat? Are you enjoying this cast? Are you enjoying this night? It's like 8:30 p.m. here where I'm at.
Yeah, it's 7:30 for me, but these games are very, very interesting.
Yeah, for sure. We still have a whole lot more, and you haven't played a single game, Starflash. Come on, where?
I think a lot of my games are gonna happen tomorrow, or
nice.
I don't know if a lot of them are gonna happen tomorrow, but I think I'm definitely gonna play at least 1 or 2 tomorrow. I think both Torture and Advanced Noob are down to play tomorrow as well, so that's probably gonna happen, and you'll have my games next week.
Oh, nice! That's gonna be beautiful. Yeah, I'm hoping to do another live stream. If I can, I'm gonna try to live stream every weekend. As long as there's games to cast, I'll be doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think approaching the end of the qualifiers, you're going to have games every weekend because everybody is going to be stressed and pressed to get those games out.
Yeah, I mean, there's like literally 2 more weekends left. So I feel like the last, in like a week or two, there's going to be like 10, 20 matches. So I'm going to try to
have a big backlog.
I'm going to have to speed run through them. But we have this one's spicy. This is the 3rd match of, and I'll open the match here. But this is the 3rd match of the set between Darth Noob and Poland. So it's a best of 3. This is the decider match of their set. It's very important because whoever wins gets a huge lead into getting into the main event. It's almost guaranteed that you're in the main event. And this is it's the same map that we just saw, and we have another Kindle mirror. Wow! And I also think. I think it's really cool because the last game was similar playstyles, and now we have different playstyles.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting having another Kindle Mirror. I'm surprised no one's pulling out the Lash or even like maybe a more stall CO. Mm-hmm. As you said, there's going to be a clash of playstyles. I think Darth Noob is more on the I'll build up my army, and when I see a hole, I'll try to puncture there. Whilst Poland is a much more brawlier player, akin to the 2 that we just saw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I'd say Poland is probably the most brawly or one of the most brawlier players in the tournament, pretty much. It's probably you and Poland right there fighting for the top brawliest player. And Poland always trying to interrupt everything. And Kindle is definitely really good at doing that for sure.
Yeah, I think it suits his playstyle for sure. So are you saying that you think Poland is going to win this game?
Ooh. I think I would predict so, yeah. I would predict that Poland wins here. I think it favors his playstyle, the brawliness. And I think Darth Noob, it's interesting, no? Like I think Poland won on Caustic Finale, very brawly, and then Darth Noob was able to bring it back into a 1-1 in It That Betrays. Well, he was able to kind of control the map and the match, and then find very deciding moments, very deciding turns to just have a devastating attack, prepare for the Winter Fury, even won with having the second Winter Fury instead of the first one. So Darth Noob, like, really good at preparing and positioning and just like pouncing at the right moment, while Poland's more like boom, 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 like all the time action. I think this map might favor more that, just like more brawly nature, but we'll have to see. These players can prep anything, so it can be anyone's game. What do you predict?
I'm going to pull the old switcheroo on you. I'm going to vote for Darth Noob because I think Poland's brawly style is going to play against him, because like you said last game, we discussed how going down middle can bite you back, and it's not going to pay off long term. So you have to find good attacks on the sides, I believe, and just brawling down mid is not going to yield good results. I think Darth Noob is going to be able to not make the army positioning mistakes that Arya made, and he's going to be able to play the map how it's supposed to be played, and maybe just stall out Poland during his brawl and beat Poland, I think.
Okay, interesting. We have someone is asking, is there a poll for winner picks? So before we cast this game, because it's going to be very deciding match, if you guys want to put your predictions of who is going to make it to the top 8 of the main event, I'll still leave it there for all these like qualifier matches. But it's gonna have the timestamp, so you can't be like, put it last minute when like it says the timestamp. So those that put it in earlier are gonna be more cool. They're gonna have better cool points if they actually got it right than if you put it on the last day when it's obvious who is in the main event.
I think he's also asking for a YouTube poll. I don't know how.
Oh, like for this match? Yeah. Let's see. Can I do it here? That's actually a good idea. I should do more polls.
But yeah, wait. Did you say that there was a poll on who wins the qualifiers as a whole? Like, is there somewhere?
Yeah, I put I did a little Google Forms. It's on the description of the stream. It has a link. It's the second one. So it's like you pick 2 of each group that you think is gonna make it into the main event.
Wait, that is crazy. Can you see the results or like the predictions of other people?
From that form, yeah.
I'm curious to see the results.
Let's put here. Let's see, chat, who you think is gonna win this match, because it is a very, very important match.
I'm gonna guess Poland is gonna get the majority of the votes, because I'm sure the brawly style has a lot more fans, and I don't think Darth Noob has presented himself in one of the Manx tournaments. So I think Poland is definitely the more known player. Okay,
so let's get into it a little bit, and like turn, I don't know, 4 or 5. I'm going to end the poll so you guys can keep voting a little bit. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what everyone puts in their predictions of who makes it to the main event. And then I wanted to do another one once we have the 8 players in the main event with like the secret names. So people can predict which of the secret names makes it to like which part, like which one wins and stuff like that. And see who gets it right, That's going to be fun. Yeah. So let's get into it, as we have one of the 2 original armies of the game. We have Poland in his favorite orange star in the left with Kindle, and we have Darth Noob in the right with Blue Moon, also with Kindle. And Poland actually, as player 2, not gonna go for the rushed middle city, and Darth Noob is gonna go for the fastest income in this map. So he is gonna try to get that tank first. Poland not going for the middle city, which is surprising. I know for a fact
whoever goes middle second is better.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So I have this theory of basically if you're able to interrupt and that is good for you, then whoever goes center first is advantage, and you want to go as soon as possible. But I think if it's a city that is better not to interrupt, whoever handshakes the middle property second is actually half a turn better, in my opinion. Or that's at least how I see it.
Yeah, I guess the thing with the middle property is that the infantry that you send here can't really chain to any other property. Like it's just probably gonna be stuck fighting. You might send it over to this city, but again, it's gonna be fighting. And instead, you can send, if you can send an earlier infantry towards the sides, you're gonna start these chains of properties sooner than your opponent. The other thing is that here, like you can interrupt and then follow it up with an artillery. In one turn, it locks it down. So that's always an option. And we have 20 votes so far. I'm gonna do one more turn and I'm gonna close the votes so no one can cheat or anything. So let's see what people decide to do. And
yeah, I think both players are having a very respectable capture game. I think where they're going with their infantry is correct overall. I'm hoping to see some interesting builds now.
Okay, let's end the poll, and it looks like it's pretty split. From 26 votes, 53 think that Poland's gonna win, and 46 think that Dartmouth is gonna win. Okay.
Oh wow.
Very, very split. So yeah.
Yeah, it ended up being very close. But I was right that they voted Poland more.
Yeah. There's probably like one vote more, like super, super tight. Insane.
Yeah.
I'm also surprised that we haven't seen any recon openings here. Because I've heard so many people say that it was so strong, but hey, here we are, and we haven't seen a single one. Poland's gonna go for the double seat. He's gonna go for the mountain and the one in the middle, as Dartmouth has the first tank, and Poland's gonna be able to answer with his own tank. And because he went for faster income, I think he's able to base skip for the second tank if he wants to. Or just make what they just did.
That would be worthwhile doing. Ooh,
we're going for the interrupt.
Interrupt. I think Poland is going to do the same thing on his side. I think this happened last game as well, but I already actually got the two good rolls, but she ended up losing the game. So I wonder what's going to happen here. Dartmouth already getting the first good roll.
Yeah, and putting the tank right here in the middle. I mean, it definitely makes sense because you can still front switch towards the side if needed. But just kind of starting this stare down, first blood here by Dartmouth. You have this nice forest to interrupt with, and then follow it up from the mountain if you want to. So definitely a very contested city right here. And ooh, Poland gonna finish it off with this tank. Okay.
Oh yeah, I think it's because he wants to base skip for another tank probably. Otherwise, I don't think anybody would do this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Poland also opted to skip his chain at the HQ instead sending his infantry forward, maybe for the tower capture. Looking to brawl immediately, and Dartmouth is going for his back cap, more efficient income.
If this doesn't show you their playstyles, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
One going for the com tower and not going for the chain, and the other one going for the chain, more economic. Although, I mean, Poland does love. I guess he doesn't really love to have income. He just wants you to not have income. That's kind of his thing.
Yeah. I think it's a good play style. I tell this to everyone, no income equals less charge. So whoever has more income not only plays with more units, they also play with more charge, and powers in this game are just absolutely insane.
Yeah, for sure. And Poland's gonna join here. Really wants to get this city. Even sending a tank over here, which is actually not in range of any of these tanks.
I'm surprised it's not in range because of the forest. So I guess it's a free hit as well.
Yeah, so that's really nice. That's going to secure, I think, this city, unless he sends another infantry. But I think it's over-investing, I think, by Dartmouth.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. Well, that means that Poland's going to secure his second middle city, was Dartmouth is not. And now he's going to be up one tower very soon here, too. And with that base skip tank, he's actually up a tank as well.
Yeah, and Poland is no stranger to base skipping in live, most of all, to get more vehicles quicker. Like he does base skip quite a lot, and with really great effect, honestly. And he's not gonna go for that interrupt right there. And as he said, like now Dartmouth doesn't have infantry to go for this city. It's gonna be really hard to get it now, as Poland can start pumping out vehicles. Perhaps we'll see an artillery or something, but once he starts solidifying over here, it's going to be really hard to get this. You have this mountain to interrupt from as well. It's going to be really tricky.
Yeah, I think everything being said, the grand scheme of things, I really like how the opener is turning out for Poland.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about this attack because it's actually in range of tanks, but I think what he's looking for is to deny Dark Noob entry to the bottom side. I think Poland is trying to get all his tanks to stream down his middle property straight into the enemy comp tower side and just be on the comp tower advantage the whole game.
Yeah, I think he's trying to deny that, trying to get as much harassment. Like this tank can't reach, but I think there's a way that he can break through here, and then, I mean, this tank can't attack this guy right here.
Yeah, I think Poland is really taxing Darth Noob's tanks right now, and even though he can get a hit now, it's hard to protect the tank afterwards. Oh, I guess he can reach from the bottom, so Poland cannot actually chain that attack, but you know, like the 2 tank HP difference is only 1.4k value, and he hit the infantry for 800. So at the end of this ordeal, he's only down 600 funds in terms of army value, but he's actually up some charge, and he is up tempo for denying that infantry the chain.
Yeah, I think actually having the forest tile made a huge difference because Darth Noob doesn't have the forest. So then at 100 firepower, it's like almost hitting at a city. So you get this 5-7, and this tank has already gotten a lot of attacks. It attacked the infantry in the mountain. It attacked this other infantry last turn, and it even damaged the tank on the counter attack, like you said. So I think he's done enough damage. Even in base light, getting damage on the other infantry is huge because you're slowing down their captures. And as we've said, like on the sides is the juiciest part of the map. Like you really want to make sure you get the sides, and you're gonna want to try to contest it so they don't get it. And he can just always send back the tank, try to heal it back. And because the forest was right there, this tank is not going to be able to catch up with it to take it out. So Poland's going to be, I think, pretty happy with this. Although it looks like he's not going to be able to stop Darth Noob from getting the com tower and this side city.
Yeah, very good point. The tank got a lot of hits on infantry before being hit by the enemy tank, and it still got a 7-5 split because of the forest and no com tower. We would be expecting something akin to 8-4, which would be a massive difference to the current situation.
Yeah.
Of 2,800 funds difference compared to 1,400.
Yeah, for sure.
But now everything looks quite good for Poland. Although, like you said, Darth Noob is getting his captures at the bottom pretty much for free at this point.
Yeah, I was thinking perhaps he was going to interrupt this capture to interrupt Darth Noob's. But does it, that would have been classic Poland things, but perhaps... I mean, it looks like that's not what he wanted to do. Maybe he just wanted to secure that.
Now it's looking a little bit scary, actually, for Poland, because he's moving into Darth Noob's strong side with the airport.
Yeah.
And his bottom side, he actually did not get the continuous interrupt. So Darth Noob is actually going to be slightly up income for a tiny bit, I think.
Yeah, and I think Darth Noob can kind of shut down this whole tank pressure with a single copter buy. And the other thing is that he does have all these like really late infantry. I guess naturally you are kind of late over here on this side as compared to the other side player.
Yeah.
But I think a copter buy. I mean, he does have 14k, so it's like you want to do double tank for sure.
Want a double tank, especially, yeah.
But that's exactly what he's going to be doing. But I think a copter would have been really nice. It doesn't reach this city. I think you don't have to this turn. But it looks like he's just gonna, again, very Darth Noob things. More like, okay, I'm gonna pull back, regroup, and pounce for the right moment. I think that's what he's doing right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's very much his playstyle to slowly go into the game. And, you know, in a lot of ways, right now, I would favor his positioning for his entire army. He has a very good line down the middle, and Poland has a hard time positioning any of his tanks close by. Like you can see, he's barely a tile or two out of his base. Unable to really control the middle at all. Yeah. Can't even take his own silo tiles.
Yeah, it looks like he's respecting maybe too much the threat of this city flip, because maybe he was like, oh, this infantry can sit here, and then he can kind of put all these tanks and infantry in the middle, so this infantry can't freely interrupt. But again, I feel like doing this, just reacting, means that now Darth Noob is in the lead. Like he's now holding kind of like the reins of what's going on. He's gonna double tap over here, gets the roll there in range of this copter, so these infantry are gonna get destroyed pretty much. And it doesn't look like he's gonna go for that city. It was enough for him to get deterred of doing that. I feel like he's gonna make a copter perhaps. Copter artillery.
I think he has to go AA here to deflect the copter. Yeah. Okay. Poland built an early copter, but if Darth Noob is going to stick to the middle on the bottom side, then his AA actually reaches quite fast and can catch the B copter. Looks like yeah, it looks like Darth Noob has completely given up going down the top side and just decided to converge everything onto this city at the mountains. And you know, with his tank position onto that silo, it's almost impossible for Poland to contest.
Yeah.
It looks like Poland is trying to find his own counterplay onto the opposing city, but he actually, I don't think, can have as great of a wall.
Yeah, and he's like behind in this whole trade thing, right? Because Darth Noob started the city flip, and now he's gonna be behind. So now Darth Noob can not only get the city, but also try to interrupt and start a fight, get first hits, perhaps even get an urban blight. And we're still all halfway through the urban blight, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, totally. Urban Blight is coming. So because he gets the flip first, maybe he's gonna get an earlier. Whoa.
Oh, okay. He's definitely getting an urban blight.
I think he's definitely looking for the urban blight now.
This is definitely urban blight. Yeah. I mean, a bunch of.
Yeah, with the blight, another tank hit would KO that tank, and then he gets to KO another tank adjacent to the city.
Yeah, and he can definitely if he kills this. Oh, okay. He's gonna finish that. Just a few, like another tank or two attacks. Okay, yeah. This is.
6 HP infantry suck.
Oof.
Yeah, and there's the blight. I mean, this at least means he gets 2k income lead off of the city flip.
Yeah.
And then I think he gets to kill like a lot more tanks now too.
That one's going down. The one on the plane is gonna go down.
Yeah,
the other one's gonna get
KO.
finished off. He can probably put that one there and then attack the one on the silo. Oh no, he uses the infantry to finish that one.
Yeah, he's gonna attack the one in the middle and probably block with his own infantry on the silo.
Brutal.
Wow.
Man, this is textbook Darth Noob. My God.
This was an absolutely insane attack. I think that 6 HP tank sack, spotting that, I mean, it really represents his skill. I don't think a lot of the people here will be able to spot this, let alone in a live game.
Nah, insane. Absolutely.
I mean, you know, like when you look at the chess engine analysis of the game, you know, like they sack a piece and it's like double exclamation mark, brilliant. I think that 6 HP tank sack is just that. We've just witnessed the first, you know, Advanced Wars AI analysis with the brilliant double exclamation mark.
That was brutal. Like, and the whole build up to it was like masterful. It was just amazing. Wow. So impressed. Like, also, I feel like Darth Noob kind of not falling into Poland's game and instead drawing the game into where he feels comfortable, like not going for the we're gonna brawl everywhere on every tile, every property of the map. He's like, you know what? No, it's okay. I'm gonna force everything in the middle. I'm gonna death ball. I'm gonna outposition you and then force you into this kind of trade of the cities into urban blight. Just like boom, one thing after the other. Just incredible.
Yeah, for sure.
And now he's so out-tanked. Oh my God! Like there's a gazillion
it's
tanks.
It's like impossible to counter hit.
Wow!
And the resign.
Insane. Day 12 resign. Wow! What a play by Darth Noob right there. GG. That was insane.
Yeah, I think you were very right on the analysis. Darth Noob just completely disagreed with Poland and said, I'm not going to race you with the damage on the top or the bottom. I'm just going to position my army into the center pivot. And you're going to have to play my game. I'm going to come down the center and force capture your city. If you try to do the same thing, I'm just going to eliminate you with one big attack. And the opportunity presented itself, and he grabbed it. Absolutely well played.
Yeah, that was like beautiful. We need to watch it again. Let's we need to watch this whole thing again because that was just beautiful. As Poland sends a few tanks to the top.
You should totally like pause the game when the 6 HP tank goes to sack itself and like circle that, put 2 exclamation mark and use that as a thumbnail. You know, that is insane moment.
This tank changed the game.
Yeah, it was wow, what a brilliant move, honestly.
He sacrificed himself to win. But yeah, like Poland over here just sending 4 tanks over here to the top. I guess somewhat responding to this, but I guess more so to kind of follow along with his infantry movement. And then Darth Noob is like, you know, fine, you can do that. I'm just gonna get the position first in the middle. Which is all outside of range of the tanks, which then forces Poland to this awkward back, like he's not over here, which is what Darth Noob is doing. He's a few tiles back, so he gets the awkward place. And even like starts his capture with his 7 HP infantry, which then he follows it up with the join. So now it's at 6. So he needs 2 units to stop this cap. Pretty much guaranteed that he's going to get it. It's beautiful. This tank on the silo, the mountain, like there's only one tile to attack this tank, so you're not going to take this one out. You would have to take out the infantry to then perhaps send the tank to interrupt this, but then you're just going to get clapped back by tanks. And then Poland tries to go for the same thing, getting a little first strike here, and tries to mirror this approach that Dartmouth was doing, and then just... And the worst thing is that the sack of the tank came because of this first strike of Poland. Like if Poland wouldn't have gone for this first strike, then maybe Dartmouth wouldn't have been able to go for the Urban Blight.
Yeah, I wonder what would have happened if that first strike didn't happen, actually.
And then just this turn was majestic. Getting the flip, sacrificing the tank that had gotten first struck, then getting another... Oh, I guess it was an infantry sacrifice. Getting a few more tank first strikes, enough to get the Urban Blight, and here it comes. And then gets the guarantee kill there, gets the other kill over there, gets the kill over there, finishes off that infantry, finishes off the other one, blocks over there, and then goes and takes out the other one, and blocked with the infantry on the side. Just...
Yeah, I mean, and with that entire attack, he formed a great wall of China in the middle, just a straight line from a mountain to the other mountain. How can you ever counterattack into this? Let alone like the fact that he had less tanks after this because he lost so many to the initial attack.
No,
absolute cinema.
Yeah, literally cinema. Wow, that was beautiful game to wrap up the set between these two and wrap up the stream. Wow, oh my god, we need to update the stream. That was insane. Let's see, update the spreadsheet. So this really means that I think, contrary to what most people probably believed or predicted, where Poland was going to win against Dartmouth, Dartmouth actually was able to pull off the 2-1. Starting off at 1-0 against Poland, he was able to bring it back with a back sweep of 2-1.
Reverse sweep, yeah.
The reverse sweep.
Oh, actually, also, I see the mistake on the Group A table. You have Plague's win against Dead FS, but Plague won against El Caroman.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah, that's what people were saying, I think.
Oh wait, Dead FS. So Reader
on the first column,
won against Dead FS, and Dead FS lost against Plague.
Okay, I see.
And Plague beats Dead FS. Oh wait, yeah, you're right. This one's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Nice. Wow. So this is gonna mean that we got the first player with a set win.
I think you put it wrong again.
Did I?
I think it should be on the right. Yeah, because the player is on the left, right? The
player who won yeah, because Raider Common lost. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Then Plague is gonna come at me being like, "Hey, you're stealing my point." There you go. So wow, we have the first set win of the tournament. Dartmouth, incredible, beating easily the favorite of the group of Poland in Group D. So insane. Yeah. And we still have the other sets left in that group. So that's gonna be Chloe Box against Dartmouth and Chloe Box against Poland. So those are gonna be exciting. Chloe Box, she's a really strong live player as well. I think she had a little bit of a hiatus, but she's back and she's been training, and I see her queuing into the live league a lot. So and she has been beating recently a lot of the top names as well. So she is a force to be reckoned with. So this group is gonna be explosive. Wow. It's gonna be insane.
Nice. And also, like you said, Dartmouth securing that win means a lot, honestly, for his group, because I think coming in, everybody thought Poland was going to beat that group, but Dartmouth coming in with the first victory is going to be huge for him moving out of the group.
For sure. Already getting the first set win puts you almost guaranteed into the set. It's going to depend on the other results, but yeah, in Poland, he's going to have a hard time. I think it's going to depend. Of course, it's going to depend on what happens here. Like Poland can still make it into the main event. Say if like Dartmouth beats Chloe Box and then Poland also beats Chloe Box, then Dartmouth gets the 2 sets win, and then Poland moves in as well. Chloe Box being the only one losing both, and then being out. That would be like scenario that Poland would want. And Darth Noob just probably feeling very comfortable. He just has to just has to beat Chloe Fox, and he'll be guaranteed into the main event. So yeah, wow, what a night! What a night! That was amazing.
End to a series, and what an end to our stream. Also, I'm glad you chose this game as the final one of this stream.
Yeah, I am glad too. That was amazing. I love the wall of China here that you said. That is so real. Like, how do you attack into this? Insane.
Yeah, that was a great re-wall after the attack.
Insane.
Very good play. Very good play.
Yeah, thanks for being here, man. Any last thoughts or things that you want to say before I close up?
Well, I hope my games are gonna be good coming up. Maybe in your next week's cast.
Hopefully, yeah.
I hope I can win the groups.
Your freaking group hasn't played a single game, so hopefully.
Yeah, but I think everything is gonna happen this weekend, so you have something to look forward to.
That's gonna be cool. Yeah, I can't wait to cast some of these games, man. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. It's been a pleasure as well as again. I wasn't really expecting it, but I love it. I love you having here. So yeah, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, bye. Oops. Let's go to. There you go. Yeah. Salutes there to Starflash for sure. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys all enjoyed that. I think it's so much fun having a co-caster and such an insightful one like Starflash is. So that was super cool. I can't wait to see his games. So that's gonna be fun. I think we're gonna have a lot of games being played tomorrow, and yeah, next weekend is gonna be fun. There's only a few weeks left of the qualifiers, so these players really have to get their games going. I just realized this thing right here is not updated, but I'm just gonna take it out. That's gonna be more useful for the main event. Oof! What a series this one! What a night of these games. It was a lot of fun. Can we interview the players? Says RPH. I think we're gonna leave that for later on. We still have so many games left to go. I hope you guys had a lot of fun, honestly. Boo! I want to see some blood for the blood god skull, the skull throne. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna see some more blood being spilled on the next stream. This is the last match that has been played, that is available to be casted. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait for the next stream. Good Sack says Raider is my favorite player from a non-player PoE. Okay. Well, why is that though? Why is Raider your favorite player? I can't understand it. I just wanna understand what's your favorite trait perhaps of Raider. He's definitely a very fast player. Also, we didn't even talk about the times of these guys, but they are really good at the time. Poland even being lower in the timer, but still pretty solid. Still having 5 minutes in the bank is really nice. We got Fluffy here. Fluff lost to Chloe in a game. Yeah, Chloe's really, really strong. Just saw a video from semi-original guy about DJs beating Chloe. Good match. Okay. Yeah, I still have to watch that one. It would be funny to interview them in anonymity with a voice changer. I don't know about that one. Yeah. Ooh, I need to. How do I do this? Take this. Oh, there you go. Pro streaming right here. Man, I'm such a noob at streaming. If you guys have any questions, I'm just gonna wrap up the stream and call it a night. But yeah, just shoot me up with any questions that you might have about the tournament, about whatever, or the game, about the matches we just saw, or whatever you want really. My favorite player is still Deegis and Plague. Both players always pull some weird moves and it's fun to watch them do their thing. Yeah, for sure. I think it's very interesting how each of the players really are very unique. And we get to see it here now. Like, I'm not just like pretending that they are like they have certain qualities. Like you can literally see that, you know. Like I talk in the intro that Poland loves to brawl, Darth Noob loves to be positioning, and then we see it there in the game. Like, you know, I'm not making things up from thin air. Like, we literally can see it right there. Just beautiful position by Darth Noob, bringing the game back to something where he feels more comfortable, not into that brawly stuff. And then just pouncing, it's just 1 pounce. He just finds the right moment, just one of them. He just needs one turn to absolutely destroy you. He's just a master at that, a master at positioning and finding the right moment. This is just proof that Darth Noob is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Getting the first win against one of the most favorites in the whole entire tournament, which is Poland. So huge, just absolutely huge. We got Bombs here saying, Umita, live spreadsheet tutorial when... Man, I work a lot with spreadsheets, so... but I'm not even that good with spreadsheets. I just know the basics. I just try to do my best, honestly. Which game was your favorite so far? Ooh, that's a good question. I think... Oh, it's tough, though. I think the Pirate Caravan games have been really good. Even the first one, the Dead FS and Real Carmen, was amazing. Maybe it was just the bias of being it the first game. That map just gives us such fun games, right? It's so explosive, so fast. I think this match was insane, though. This match, it ended pretty quickly, day 12, but we got to see just the playstyles of both players just like in their true form, and just wow, just a masterclass there by Darth Noob in positioning. I think the It That Betrays match was also really good. I don't know, man. If I had to pick one match, if I would have to, let's see, what do you guys think? If you had to rewatch one match, like say you watched all of them, and you were to rewatch one, which one would it be? I think, I think it would have to be either this one or the It That Betrays one from this set as well. I mean, we literally just resaw this one, the like those few turns. That was just like beautiful. Deejus vs. Arya had some good medium term tactical play. True, yeah. There was a lot of brawling in that match, which was a lot of fun. A lot of like infantry pickoffs and stuff. Astaros says that Betrays for me. Game 3 Poland versus Darth Noob is a close second. Yeah. Honestly, those two games were insane. Just class games. You know, like so like you can see they're at their peak, you know, and doing everything so perfectly, and just the most slightest of errors perhaps, it just makes the difference. It's insane. Yeah, I wish I could get good because I always enjoy using transports a lot, but still around the 800s to 900s. Well, Barbosa, there's a tutorial I've made if you want to watch it. It's kind of cringe if you ask me today, because I don't know, it makes me cringe when I watch it, because the voiceover was kind of I don't know. It makes me cringe a little bit. I don't know, when I watch stuff that I've made a year ago, I would like to update it, but it is what it is. There's still a lot of theory in there, which I think is very helpful. And if not, there's also Deejus, a lot of really good videos by Deejus as well to learn and get some basics, get some nice tactical, just like really good rules of thumb, you know? Messi or Maradona? I think it's very easy for me to say Messi, of course. I love Messi. Do you prefer STD, fog, or high funds? What do you guys prefer? What's the chat's favorite mode? Let's see. Should I do a poll? Or you can just put it in there. STD, fog, or HF? You want to do a poll? We can do a quick poll. Let's start a poll, and we're gonna do STD, fog, high funds. Boom. Okay, let's see what you think. And I'll move on to another question, and then we can see, before I answer it, of course. Ooh, I can't see the chat. So, I see a standard, pre-deployed, high funds, fog. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to include it, but oh well. Hide and seek. Man, we have a high funds fog, a new tag, So it's a new mode. I mean, it's not a new mode, but yeah, it's definitely a mode out there. I think it's going to be interesting to explore that in the near future, perhaps. And we have a few votes. Can I see we have 8 votes. Okay, it's clear. There's clearly one mode winning. Yeah, I think it's very clear there's one mode that is the favorite. And honestly, if you ask me, I hate to be so like undecisive, but I feel like I like things from different modes. In a map perspective, like from options that are available to a mapper, to a player and everything, I think high funds is always going to win because you can go wild there. From a player perspective, I feel like I usually gravitate more towards standard and fog. Depends on the day. There's moments that I'm like big fog hardcore, and you know what? My favorite mode is fog. I'm just gonna be honest. And I'm gonna close the poll. It looks like half of you prefer standard. Then there's there's less fog than high funds. Wow. Yeah, my favorite mode is fog. I think as a player, that's like where I feel most comfortable. I do feel comfortable in standard. The only thing is that it kind of stresses me out a little bit in async when it's you have so much time to plan your turns. But it's nice to play standard live. I think that's like one of my favorite. When I go to queue a live game, I'll usually just do standard. I think it's really cool because you can start and end it right there. Boom, 1 hour, half an hour, brawl it out. Boom, just win. 1 power, 1 Eagle Super, one a few Urban Blights or whatever. Boom, you're done. Instead of an async, you're you have that game chewing your head in your sleep while you're showering, while you're cooking or whatever. I do like the precision perhaps of like planning and everything. In standard, but it can get overwhelming really, really fast. And it's something that in fog doesn't happen, I feel like, in async. It's like the lack of information or the limited amount of information in fog makes it so that it's not so overwhelming. And I think in the latter, I'm much higher up in fog than any other mode. I can actually check. Let's see. I think I'm queued to all modes. Oh, you can't see. It's this is like this. Boom. Oh. Why is it so big? There you go. So I'm actually number 10 currently in standard, number 7 in fog. Wow. I guess there's a lot of players not queuing up. And then 33 in high funds. I still have to pick up on high funds. But if you do like all time, then I definitely start falling down. Rip with the insane. Wow, he's going to reach 1700 in fog. You have Lord Clefairy here dominating the standard ladder at 1600. It's absolutely insane. Oosh. Oh, a chest is coming for you. Oh, yeah. You're coming for me. You're 20 points behind. I'm only queuing 1 game at a time right now. Like I wanted to come back into playing, but I'm going to take it easy. So I feel like every time that I feel like I want to play more games, I start spamming them and then I can't keep up and I get burnt out. So I'm going to keep it there at just like 1 game at a time. But playing it pretty fast. I try not to overthink my turns too much. Yeah, a true boss here in the high funds ladder. Jitaquin, Rip. Oh, Rip going for the double in Fog of War and High Funds. I think he's also probably top of standard, right? He's just probably not queuing. Ooh. Where is he? Wow. Why is he? Perhaps he doesn't play that much in standard. Ooh, I'm all the way in 46. Wow. Okay. Anyways. I agree. Async Fog, but standard live. Yeah, honestly, like very similar. Yeah, to what I think. Standard live and async Fog are a lot of fun. I like the live Fog as well. It's just, it's just kind of like throw things into the meat grinder pretty much. High Funds is best mode. Oh, we have Izanagi. Of course, you love High Funds. You love Grid and Sniper Wolf, which is definitely not your alt, right? Sniper Wolf is definitely not Izanagi's alt. For sure. RPH, I prefer Fog, but I feel like STD is overwhelming with too many possibilities, and High Funds doubly so. Yeah, in that sense, High Funds and Standard are very similar. They get pretty overwhelming really fast in async. High Funds is like overwhelming day 2. Like, do you make a tank in day 2 or not? Do you make a tank in day 3? Do you interrupt this cap? Like, oh, there's so many possibilities. But it's really cool regarding map. Like, the fact that you can do so many things. You can have freaking naval play, you know? Like, you can have landers and stuff. And you can use units that you would generally not use too much. You can afford to lose a tank for an interrupt without it costing you the game, which tends to happen in a standard, for example. A single tank difference in standard can be brutal. In High Funds, man, not really. Like, the only thing that I think kind of, how do you say, is a draw from High Funds, just naturally, is the fact that charge goes up so fast. It makes it very stally in certain parts. It's because, like, as soon as you start fighting, boom, powers come into play. So that's kind of a bummer. Like, I've seen Walker talk about some possible, like, just an idea of a mode of it being High Funds, but where charge gets charged half faster, or I guess slower, whatever. And I think that would help a lot, because then it's literally, you just sack a few tanks, you have your power, your super global damage is like super OP, max, it's just like too much, you know? It's too many powers. Have you ever tried playing a bacteria FFA map? Do you mean like the what's it called? Oh my god, the zombie. Do you mean the zombie? Oh no, that's an FFA. Ooh, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what's a bacteria FFA, but I don't know if you guys played the zombie ones. I honestly don't really play matches that have more than 2 people a lot, especially async, because they just take forever. I've played them before and they just take way too long. And someone always drops and it's like, but I do think, and this is something that we've been talking in the Discord, I think it was this week. I think a 2v2 standard live would be a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys agree with me, disagree with me. I'm open to arguments, but I think 2v2 live with a 5+1 timer instead of 5+2. So the timer is pretty similar, and with a day limit of whatever you want, 30, 25 if you want. It would be the same max time, pretty much. Yeah, blitz rules, 2v2. I think there's a lot to explore there, and I think it would open a platform for a lot of players. It's like a very untapped part of the community, I think. Did someone say 2v2 on first vigil? Oh my god, that reminding me of that match that I forgot it was my turn and then we lost. I'm sorry, James. You were supposed to carry though, but nah, that was fun. I hope we have another one of those. Anyways, I think that might be it for this stream, unless you have any other pressing questions. Hopefully we get more games for next weekend. I think the price pool might be not updated. Let me see. So let's see. Ooh, nice. Okay, so Bum sent a donation of $10.16 and said Mormex. You heard it, Plague. If you're here, Plague, Bum wants you to make Mormex. Thank you so much for that. I have to check how much it is in PayPal whenever it updates, and I can update the price pool for next time. Wenry, yeah, I don't know. Let's ping Plague and try to do another one because that was fun. Anyways, thank you all for being here. I hope you had a lot of fun. I hope you had as much fun as I did. That was amazing. We were spoiled with the matches of today. Honestly, that last one was amazing. Yeah, I hope you have a great rest of the night or great rest of the day, because I know Bum is in Australia and it's like Sunday already over there. So have a great rest of your morning Sunday, and yeah, I will see you next time. So yeah, bye-bye.